Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Wednesday's What Map. BonBon here, how you doing? Now yesterday we had somebody's first ever map. Today we are going with the voice of experience. I kid you not, it is Tamku Wilderness by Flux. Yes, that's Flux, as in Flux Trance channel. If you're not subscribed already, go and subscribe now. He is one of the greats, and you'll go far wrong if you don't watch his stuff. There's your start square. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. And now let's have a look at the resources. Now Flux is a detailer, and this I appreciate. It's set up for somebody who wants to play the game vanilla style. So that's great news. Now on to the workshop. You need snowfall, and that's the reason why I haven't subscribed before now. You need a few trees, a decorative stump and a rock pack, as well as an unpronounceable frost winter theme. I'm not even going to try and do that. I should be able to do that by now. It's a very, very nice theme, as you're going to see a little bit later on. Now, what can I tell you about Flux? Flux is probably the main reason, in fact no, Flux is the main reason why I own this game. When Skylines came out, I thought before I invest my hard-earned pennies, I want to see it in action and gameplay. You've got to see some Let's Play, haven't you? And I found Flux and Fluxburg, and I was hooked. I was just hooked. So I can vouch for their skills as a detailer. But to date, most of the maps that I've seen from Flux have been very much for a detailer. Lots to be filled in and just lacking something in terms of an all-round map. Here we've got, now this bridge, I don't know whether I like it being off-centre like that. I think a small bridge like that, first of all, probably wouldn't even be suspension. But I think that that bridge would look better if it was perfectly aligned. It's a personal choice, personal thought, and I think we'll just let it go. Nothing wrong with it. I think just an aligned bridge would have been better. We will, however, return to that bridge later, and there's one little thing I want to discuss on that one. But would that be better aligned? I don't know. Speaking of aligned, look at these highways. These are spot on. Didgeridoo highways these are. Look at the perfect equidistance all the way. They're smooth, there's no lumpy bumpy. They go up and down with the terrain, yes, but it's a gradual incline and a gradual decline. And this is, well, unfaultable. Unfaultable. There's no trees growing out of them. I don't know what more else to say. There is only one highway though with this map, which means everything's going to be coming in on this one. So if you're going to be looking to do a big city, you might have a bit of a problem. Maybe. Now there is rail, and how about I'll take you on a rail journey? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Shall we do that? Shall we do that now? We'll do it now. Right, the rail, there's not really much to say. They come in from different angles from the highway. One on each side of the map, which Flux has told you that if you play the game properly and buy the tiles as you go, you can sort of like connect these up and build your own rail network. For me, transport fever for that, but this is lovely. And there's a nice bit of detailing at the end of this as well. I mean, not outstanding, but it's just simple. Simple, little bit of industrial, fallen logs, trucks, that kind of stuff. I like it. That's very nicely done. This one's final, so there's nothing wrong with this. It lacks the detailing at the end. Not that the detail is essential. It doesn't need to be there. It was just a nice little touch there. This one just comes to a steady dead end for you to work with. I'm happy with that as well. Very nice. Which means we can now move on to today's asset. And we're back to Honker. Honker, who is doing pretty much all of Chicago from what I can tell. And their assets are outstanding. This is United Building. And this 77 West Wacker, which apparently is a real place. Anyway, this is it's a skyscraper. It's not a super tall skyscraper. This isn't going to, you know, outshine all of your other skyscrapers, but I think it's just got a lovely sort of like modern 50s maybe. I'm guessing. I know nothing about architecture apart from what I learned from this game, but there is something sort of like 1950s for me about this building. United Building, Honker. I like it. It's very, very, very nice indeed. And that's that. Okay, so let's have a look at the water flow. I would show you the shipping, but there's clearly no shipping on this map. There are 3, maybe 4 air routes, one or the other, but there's plenty for air routes. Water flow is run. Now, this is obviously going all downstream, and it's a good steady flow. So the only question would be, could you get enough water from this river to fulfill your city? I suspect not, but then you can use custom assets to sort that out. That said, would you want to do a mega city on this map? I suspect not to that as well. Ooh, looks a bit shallow there. A bit there. Yes, so we've obviously got a new water source here to start things off again. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. You're probably going to be building like a small mountain area and like maybe an Olympic village kind of thing. A little bit like Mr. Miyagi's Christmas Village. Go and check out my Christmas special now. Me and Mr. Miyagi, we had a great time. Alright, so this is where I probably have the the ski slopes and sort of like your little your Olympic village up in this kind of area. That would work nicely for me. We've also got like the rail runs right up to this area as well, which would be absolutely ideal. So probably have the airport in this area too. Would be probably a good place, I think. Now if we come down the ground level, you can see that the most of the map is fairly even terrain. It's a little uppy downy, and that is, it's going to cause the complete newbie some problems, but I don't suspect many newbies would be taking on this particular map. But it is stunning. It is stunning, stunning, stunning. The river. Now, let's say the theme and LUT combination, give it kind of like a grey look. Oh, we've got a drowned tree. That is a little bit too drowned for my liking, that particular one. We've got one right on the riverbank there, which is just got its feet in the water. There's a few other drowned trees down here, not anything major, nothing that is a map killer, but just one or two that, I mean, if I believe it, then I let it go. I've said this before, and that's for the new people joining the show for the first time. Looking around, here's one. He's got his feet in the water. See, that I believe. That I can accept. Just got his feet in the water. But when you're up sort of like that one, also just got his feet in the water as well, that would struggle to survive being that much in the water, though, I think, there. Because trees do tend to drown if they've got too much water around their base. This is nice, got its own little island. BonBon Island, anybody? BonBon Island? Maybe a little bit too small. But nice tree though, got to say. Here's one. There you go. That one's a little bit too much in the water there, and there's too much down the slope. I can't believe that is a recent flooding issue. I think that's just a careless tree placement. And I'm afraid that, Flux is a great detailer, but little things like that, just the little things that take the edge off of the map for me. I know, I'm a hard man. Speaking of hard, look at this rock. Look at the texturing, the detail on this rock. This is the theme, and I've got to say, it's amazing. I've never seen a more solid looking mountain before. Well, other than a real mountain, clearly. And Flux has used great skill to get these mountains looking absolutely peachy. They're mountainous looking mountains. They really are. Look at the ridge there. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And this is, for me, this is the best part of the map. I mean, I'm not a snowfall lover. I'm not a mountain lover. They do look great, though, mountains, don't they? And if you look here, see how these sort of like the trees, they're not up on the mountain, the slopes themselves. They as you get down off of the sharpness of the mountain, the rockiness of the mountain, then the trees start popping in and they find their place. Like this little valley coming down here, where the water would congeal. Yes, congealing water. Everybody loves it. Like a glass of congealed water. Oh, that'd be lovely, thank you. So yes, where the water would run, that's where the trees would be, and also where the soil would accumulate. So yes, when we see trees on the sides of mountains, that's where I'm normally moaning. But I'm not moaning here. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like I said, I'm just marveling at the texturing. I'm gonna have to use this theme at some point when I get a minute to play the game. But that is mountain scenery, and wow, Flux, wow, mate, wow. Right. Anyway, where were we? Let's find a place to settle. How about here? Oh, hang on. No, I said I was going to go back and have a look at that bridge, didn't I? Let's go back and have a look at that bridge. Where was it? There it is. This is tree placement again. I'll save this till last because this is probably the worst thing on the whole map. And it's tree clipping. Look at that. Tree clipping. Oh, dear. What have you done, hey? What have you done? I'm afraid that is a loss of a star. Minor clipping, I can forget about. Slightly drowned trees, I can forget about. But that's just poor, my friend. So poor. Okay, right. Forget all that. Let's crack on. Aesthetically, it's a stunning map. I cannot knock anything off for this, even though it's not my style of map, and I'm giving this 5 perfect stars. Well done. Detailing, yes, I've got to lose a star for the tree clipping and one too many slightly drowned trees. Nothing horrendous, no big sins there. It still gets 4 stars, which is still a great score. Gameplay potential, only the one highway. I think it would benefit from a third highway connection, because you've got the 2 connections, one at each end. Other than that, I think it's nicely set up for the vanilla player that want to play with proper resources. I'm going to give that 4 stars. So 5, 4 and 4 for Tamku Wilderness by Flux. And guess what? Yes, you got it. The first BonBonB seal of approval of the year. Right, well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing, and thanks to all my Patreon followers who have given me so much support over 2017. 2018 is going to be an even better year, so feel free to join us over there. There's a full map list there as well, which you can view for free, so thanks for that, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Throwback Thursday, no less.